Okay, so wherever you are, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Katie Be Happy. This is your 15-minute intentional stretch, reset, relax, and restore. The idea is it's an active meditation through movement. A lot of us, like me, are A-type, and we can't just meditate, and we like to have things to entertain us when we stretch, so hopefully it's both of those things. We're going to start literally hugging your left leg like a baby. So however that feels right to you, you might have to kind of straighten your leg forward, or you can bend it in. Grab your left leg up as much as you can. If you're extra tight today, no problem. You can place your left ankle on your right quad like this. Jill's gonna keep the holding the baby action happening. I'm aiming for a left hip stretch. Maybe you hug the outside of your leg. Let's say the uber flexible option is to kind of pull it up and hug. Then you're rocking it. Get some hip mobility, working in the left joint. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now, whether your foot is against your ankle or whether you're holding it like a baby, I want you to get some sort of leverage point. Take your right fingers and interlace them in your toes. Like I have long toes, so it works. Yours may not. Does yours work? All right, good. Jill's got it. I have long toes, so it feels good to me. It's up to you guys, but fingers as much as you can in between, like you were getting a pedicure. And then grab a hold of your ankle, or if it's against your leg, that's fine, and shake your foot out. Try to make your foot go completely limp, and you're like let your foot just shake, 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 shake. Good. Wiggling out the ankle, making it move. If you could take your hands out of your toes, and then maybe actually using your hand to move your ankle joint. If it feels right, bring that right knee up like me and Jill for some rest, and maybe use your hands to literally take your thumbs up the arches of your own foot. So it's awesome to me personally that we can massage our own feet and hands. Whenever I get weekly work done, and whenever I do, my favorite thing is when she works on my forearms, hands, fingers, ankles, toes, because it's like the very ends of our nerves, the very end of the superhighway, the nadis, the energy lines. And a lot of times they get the least amount of blood flow, but they also don't get as much love, but they do the most supporting for us, especially your feet. You walk on them all day long. So maybe you rub out, like I like to cup the edge of my heel. There's plantar fascia in the bottom of your foot. It's like a bow and arrow, a big triangle shape, and it can get really tight. That's where we get some knee pain from, ankle pain, a lot of foot pain. If you put your foot in a shoe all day, or the opposite, if you're barefoot all day, if you walk in high heels, your foot gets like morphed into a certain shape. And so by massaging out the fascia, the connective tissue in your foot, you're helping open it up. All right, we'll keep the foot massage party going if you like it. Put your left leg on the ground and swing your right leg back behind you for either full half pigeon, which Jill will show you, or for me, I'm gonna roll onto my left hip. Stay like this, especially for knee sensitivity. Roll in, and if you just wanna relax down, cool, or take your right elbow and keep going on the foot massage. In whatever position you've decided to land, we'll be here for about a minute, so make sure you're comfortable, relaxing either in your pigeon, head down like Jill, or giving yourself that active massage. So as we record this session, it's the new year, and I like to think about resolutions. I really hate setting them because I feel like, just like core power memberships or gym memberships, everyone does them in January, and then they fall off the rocker in February, March, April, right? So why set something if we can't stick to it? I hate this idea that we're self-sabotaging and then yet somehow failing ourselves. So instead of setting resolutions per se, let's make a mental commitment to something that you value. I want you to make a mental commitment to something that lights you up. Maybe it's just activating a single word in your life, like courage. Activating more love. Maybe it's activating a little bit more strength or forgiveness and grace. Is there something that you want to activate a little bit more of in your life? foot into a fixed firm, like a half hero's pose. Do your best to point your right toes straight back so you're stretching the top of your ankle. Pull your knees together as much as you can. The most flexible variation of this is your right knee is in line with your hip, your foot's behind your ankle, but it's very painful, so it can be out to the side, no problem. Hold steady. If this feels comfortable, with the emphasis on stretching your right ankle, pull your left foot up. If that feels fine and dandy on your back ankle, sitting tall on your spine, make a basket, hook your left foot, and kick it into heron's pose. Hold and breathe. Now remember, today's more about the limb stretching. We're going for the appendages today, feet and hands, wrists and ankles and calves. So my emphasis in this pose is your back leg. You can even kind of put your hands back, maybe to take some pressure out or lift your butt a little. Go to the place where your right ankle is still stretching. Take 3 breaths in wherever you've chosen. Awesome. And then swing all the way back around. Shake out your legs. Windshield wiper them side to side. This to me is a really nice, subtle activation, where as you massage out your butt cheeks, you're actually opening up your low abs, opening up your core muscles. Oh, it feels so good. Drop your left foot to the ground, and let's start from the whole thing from the beginning. Grab your right leg like a baby, rock it back and forth. Jill's showing you that flexible variation where she's literally holding it. You can always rest your right ankle on your left knee and just relax. So if the word that you're trying to activate is courage, maybe you take a more courageous step in the stretch. Maybe you try something that looks like, Yoga Jill pretzel, and you say courageously, today I'm just gonna give it a shot, just a little bit. I'm gonna activate courage in all the little things that I do each day. Maybe the word that you chose was love, and therefore you're gonna just sprinkle love into all the little things that you do each day. All right, fingers to toes. Do that funky grip. And even just doing that is so good for your brain. It's like doing Sudoku for your muscle activation. Interlacing your fingers into your toes lights up different parts of your brains that maybe you haven't used in a while, right? Stay there, grab a hold of your leg. I'm hooking my arm around my ankle like a basket, where you can put it on your leg and just shake your foot. Your left hand is shaking your right foot out as much as you can. Oh yeah. Shake, 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 shake. Good, and then wherever it feels natural to place, your left knee can be that little wall. You're gonna actively use your hands to massage out the bottom of your right foot. Now the idea is to really work up the arches, the sides. If you feel a place that's extra sensitive, take your time, and instead of maybe going fast, just hold, maybe like a pressure point. Push down until the sensation releases a little bit. You're always looking for the dull, soft ache, the wall, where you're like, oh, that's a stretch. Oh, I can stay there a little longer. So if you're trying to activate more love in your life, maybe you lovingly apply this massage to your feet. Maybe the words that you say to yourself are loving, giving that attention to your feet. You see, the resolutions that we make, they don't have to be grandiose. It could just be this word or this activation, this thing we want to do more of in our lives. Your right foot on the earth. Swing your left leg around you, back behind, into either pigeon, like Jill chose last time. Your right knee is bent in a 7 shape. You rest down. Or if you want a little bit less tension on your knees, roll back onto your right glute. Pull that left knee up a little bit so there's not as much tension on the knee. And then you're using your left elbow or hand to keep massaging if you like that, or rest down. We'll be here for about a minute. Maybe the word that you're trying to activate or the feeling is strength this start with this week. If you're trying to activate more strength in your week, maybe you put a little bit more strength into the stretch, a little bit more emphasis. If you're massaging, maybe you put more strength behind the elbow, because the whole point of this is the little things you do every day add up to a big difference. And you can't set this big goal, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, and do it in 2 weeks. It's putting one less cookie in your mouth. It's going to sleep that extra hour earlier each night. It's taking the time to drink 20 more ounces of water in a day. It's the little tiny things that actually add up to the biggest difference. And then your goal won't just be a January thing. It'll be a February, March, April, the whole 2021 or beyond. Sideways, do your best to point your toe and pull it back. Sit up tall, plant your right foot on the ground. Sit up taller, grab and bucket your foot around your right leg. Heron's pose, sit up and stretch. You'll get a nice little hamstring stretch. Try to sit up tall so you still feel the stretch in your left ankle in plantar flexion. Jill's gonna keep holding that beautiful heron, but remember, as long as your left ankle feels a stretch, sometimes it feels like a little bit of pain, then you're doing it right. Hold and breathe. Asking yourself the word or the feeling or the goal that you have where you can sprinkle little bits of that into your day, because that's all that matters. Maybe you want to work on trust or loyalty. How can you be more trusting or give more trusting actions, the way that you move and act in your day, to other people in your life? Breathe in. Breathe out. Push your foot down. We're going to pull both legs behind you now, sitting on top of your feet. Point your toes back. This is called ankle stretch. It might already be enough just sitting in ankle stretch. Or you can separate your feet and slide your butt between them for fixed firm or Virasana. Good, Jill's got it. Stay. If you're pretty flexible in your ankles and and quadriceps, you can walk your body back. If you have a pillow, you can put it under too. Or you could go all the way back to laying down. Take your arms up and over your head. Interlace for opposite elbow creases so that now you're in full fixed firm pose, Virasana variation. Squeeze your inner thighs to touch as much as you can. In my body, it feels good to kind of squeeze my quads so my inner thighs pull together, they magnetize. My heart's open. For most of us, it's pretty inaccessible to go to the ground, don't worry. So just leaning back is already enough. If you're sitting on top of your feet, you can even walk your hands back a little to intensify the stretch there. It's so good to open up your whole front line. Most of the day we spend sitting slouched in a chair. This opportunity is one for us to open up the opposite of sitting. Opening your quads, opening your belly, opening your chest. Breathe in. Pose in our stretch. Gently walk your palms up. Spin around onto your booty. Send your legs out in front of you. Basically like a legs up the wall, but with straight open legs. So separate your legs as much as you can. You can have a micro bend in your knees, similar to Happy Baby. Flex your toes back. In my body, it's accessible to grab my big feet and pull my toes back towards my shins in dorsiflexion. Open up your legs, and as best you can, keep them straight. then feel the difference. If you bend your knees a little bit, your tailbone drops down, then we get more of a back stretch. Or if you straighten your legs, lift your tailbone off the ground, that's more of a hamstring stretch. Go back and forth a few times. Where do you feel like you need the most today? Because it's different every day that you adventure into the stretch. Maybe hamstrings feel better today. Maybe the low back feels better today. Taking a few active breaths. You can rock side to side if that even feels good. If Shavasana serves your body, you can go there, but we'll only be here for about 30 more seconds. So if you want to continue actively stretching, keep doing it. My hope for you as you start to intend or goal set for the week, the year, the month, whatever you're putting in your time slot, is that you actually do something that you care about. You're not setting a goal because you think you should, but you're setting a goal because it feels good. You're doing something that makes you light up. Every day, I want to cultivate more courage. I want to cultivate more love. I want to cultivate more strength. That's something that when you activate that feeling every day, you can follow that feeling and thread it through your work, thread it through your friendships. It doesn't have to be something that's so lofty that it's almost too hard to achieve and you drop it off after January. All right, rock and roll to a seat with me. Bring your palms on your knees. Just close your eyes and sit up tall. Bring your hands comfortably on your lap. With your eyes closed, visualize the rest of the day or the week that you have ahead, embodying more courage and embodying more love or more strength, whatever your vibration is. Take a moment and just go through the motions. What does it look like to put those things throughout your day? Sprinkle your goals. Bring your palms up to your heart and repeat after me. Hey today.
Hey today.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
For the best year of my life.
For the best year of my life.
2020. Turned 21.
Turned 21.
There's more freedom.
There's more freedom.
More access.
More access.
I'm going to sprinkle.
I'm going to sprinkle.
All of my goodness.
All of my goodness.
All over this year.
All over this year.
Everyone take a deep breath in. Namaste, Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jill, for demoing. Remember, guys, that these are meant to be done all the time. You could do this again. You do it tomorrow, in the middle of the day, at night, in the morning. The 15-minute bursts, they're not just a specific time. They will energize you or decompress you at any parts of your day, which are simultaneous back into that parasympathetic nervous system. So please do more. Always like the video. It helps me out a lot. Thank you.